I'm Jack, I'm 24 and I'm a financial contractor. I started losing my hair about 18, quite young. A lot of it kind of went quite quickly, then it kind of stayed about gradual for a long time after that. So obviously I felt terrible at the time. It was a big deal for me to lose my hair like that. So I went through, I think the natural stage I see a lot of people go through, you use a lot of these methods and different things. I used some powder I used to put in my hair to kind of make it look thicker, things like that. I went through all those stages and I got to a point when I thought it's not really working anymore, so I just buzzed it all off one day. I felt better for doing that, definitely. So it was just worry all the time. That was the main thing. It was a lot of like anxiety because you have to worry about so many different things. Like, oh, do I have to go in the mirror, see if it looks fine? And then one day I was just having a look, came across Scalp on the internet, and I thought, oh, this is kind of for me really. I looked into it for a few weeks, kind of building up my confidence to book a consultation, and did. And then from there it was just, yeah, knew it was the thing for me. It's more me, and I just lost a lot of confidence. It's just one of those things as a young guy, not many people do lose their hair, and for me to see everyone else with a full head of hair, and me going through the struggle of losing it, etc. That was the toughest time for me really. Prior to the treatment, no, I had never met anyone that actually had it done. I think that was one of the biggest things, was my trepidation about the whole treatment was I'd never seen it before, and I know a lot of the time online you can't trust photos online, so that was the main reason I needed to come in for a consultation to see it firsthand. Everyone who works here, they've had the treatment done themselves, which I think is a big thing. They're obviously confident in their product. They'd let you touch it and you're like, wow, this is amazing, like you can actually see it. So yeah, that was the biggest thing in my consultation, was seeing it up front and how they made me feel really laid back. I didn't think that would be the case either. I just felt very comfortable around everyone here. I didn't want to be bold at 20, 24, everyone else with a full head of hair. It's just embarrassing really, kind of a lifesaver in that situation to see that there was this quite easy option really. It's not too expensive, it's not too intrusive, and it looks good, which is the main thing at the end of the day. It does look fantastic. I can tell anyone that does watch this, it really isn't painful at all. It's just a little kind of pinprick feel, like absolutely nothing. The treatment you get from the people here, they make you feel so comfortable and relaxed, and that's important. But I think if you look at photos from other people, they just do such a realistic job. Theirs just looks so much better than everyone else's. You see a lot of people, it's kind of this block across the thing. It doesn't look very natural, and people then know it's fake, but they just blend it in perfectly. They'll give you the perfect hairline for you. They really know what they're on about in that regard. They will design a hairline that suits you and not just a uniform kind of straight cut across. I think that's the best thing about Scalp. I chose Scalp because I looked through photos, etc. I thought their hairlines looked the best. I spent hours and hours reading through forums, etc. And a lot of the competitors, they had a lot of bad things to say on their forums, which put me off. I could not find a negative review on Scalp's forums. I'd say it's easier to do my hair now than it was before, because it just looks great. All I do is quick shave it 5 minutes in the morning and out the door. It's actually easier than it was before, which is not something you'd think it'd be more upkeep, but it's actually much easier. You'll get a confidence back that you didn't know you'd lost, and it really, really will go through the roof because you'll feel so much younger. To anyone that's in the same situation as me, if you're losing hair on top, etc., I would say this is definitely a treatment for you. Gives you that confidence back. It's not as expensive, anywhere near as expensive as a hair transplant, which don't have very good results anyway. I think scalp micropigmentation is the best treatment out there for anyone with hair loss that is male pattern baldness, etc., alopecia, anything along those lines, because it's the only thing that looks 100% natural.